pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Mick Hubert, along with Gene Chill, here at Welkin Stadium. The Dayton Flyers have emerged onto the playing field. The Mount Union Purple Raiders are also higher defense yards per game and 2 yards. So what we have, defeated record. There's the kickoff. It's a short kick. Coming down to Noel at the 18-yard line to the near sideline to the 25, trying to find running room, gets across the 30, and a whole higher redshirt, Miles Jackson, who has 352 yards rushing. Bill Iyer, slot to the right, now in motion to the far sideline. It's the first play of the game as a running play, and the Flyers quickly converge on Russ Spring. They stopped him at the line of scrimmage. He tried to bolt off the ridge to go, and the Raiders send a double wide to the left side for Gindelsberger. The running backs are split. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line, the near side of the field. And Gindelsberger drops back 5 yards, wants to throw, comes over the middle. It is incomplete. He tried to hit his scrimmage on 3rd down and 10. Backs are split. Double wide to the left side. Flyers showing blitz, now backing off. Gindelsberger drops back to throw, comes over the middle. He's got a receiver at the 43-yard line. It's a Mount Union first down up to the 47-yard line. Thrown ball from Gindelsberger, his 28th catch of the season, about 60% of the time. 1st and 10 for the Raiders, the 47-yard line. There's a handoff to Kring, and Kring breaks one tackle, gets into Flyer territory at the 50, still on his feet inside the 45, and stumbles down at the...
Put it up like a pass, and then come back with the draw and do a great job with it.
So the Raiders have 1st and 10 at the Dayton Flyer 43. Gindelsberger wants to throw. He's going deep down the left sideline. There's an incompleted pass as both the Flyer and Raider went diving for the... Double wide to the left also. A single setback is Kring, and he gets the handoff. Kring running straight ahead, getting inside the 40, inside the 35, and finally caught it 9 yards.
He's a tough kid in there.
So the ball equidistant between sidelines. It's 3rd and 1 at the 34, and Gindelsberger will throw. He's dropping back to pass. The rush is on. He scrambles out of the pocket and then goes down.
And credit Kiko with that. He had him in pursuit and tripped him up on the as he tried to sweep left.
Mike Botker will punt. Averaging 33 yards a kick. A low snap. He picks it up and gets the ball away. It's a short kick coming down to the 21-yard line. For Todd Morris, the 6-foot senior out of New Martinsville, West Virginia. The Flyers come out with a single setback and a triple wide right for Dayton. The Flyers have 3 receivers out wide to the right side. Charlie Mouche, James Keys, and Tim Eubank. Norbert, the fullback, the only running back. And they hand it off to Norbert, and he finds running room up the middle, across the 25, out across the 30, up to the 34-yard line. First
for the Flyers, down to the 34.
Sideline left, open field to the right. Jackie Green in the game now as the tailback in the eye. The handoff to Green, straight ahead, up the middle, running room to the 40. Jackie gets 6 yards. Quick as a hiccup. That it's 2nd and 4 for Dayton. Sideline left, open field to the right. James Keys wide to the right. There's the handoff to Green. He's caught in the backfield. Jackie was shoestring by the left defensive. Double wide to the left for Dayton with Keys in the slot left. Backs in the eye on 3rd down and 4. Morris, the quarterback, will go down. He is sacked at the 35-yard line. He had no chance.
Jared buried him, plain and simple. He knew where the ball was going, and Jared just made an outstanding play on it, Mick.
Morris averaging 34 yards per punt. He hits a rocket. Driving back to the 10-yard line is Greg Flasco running to the outside. He's trying to turn the corner, and he can't do it. Nolan Husted made the
lineman a chance to get down there and then just unloaded it.
So Mount Union has the ball at its own 10-yard line. Running backs are split. This is Gindelsberger with the ball. Now pitches it back to the 2-yard line. It's loose on the ground, but I believe the running back, Russ Kring, recovered the ball at around the 2-yard line. Mount Union flirting with danger there, close to the goal line in the end zone. Come to the 3-yard line. We're at 2nd and 17. There's a flag on the plays. They hand the ball to Kring. Kring tackled at the 1-yard line. He lost, though, thinking safety here. 3rd and 19. Running backs are split. Gindelsberger, the quarterback, barks out the signals. Gets a long count. There's the snap. Gindelsberger wants to throw down the deep sideline. A flag is down on the play, and Zimmer knocks the ball out of bounds. But there is a flag back in the end zone on a 3rd and long. Bodker will not have the full 15 yards for the snap. In fact, the snap will only be about 11 yards. Botker's back heel is on the end line. The Flyers have 10 men on the line. Only Doug Zimmer is back at the 35. There's the snap, the kick. It's a pretty good one, but it's low. It hits at the 30 and goes out of bounds at the 29-yard line. And listen to this crowd. Sideline right, open field to the left. Charlie Mouche and James Keyes come wide to the left. They've got single man-on-man coverage. The running backs are in the eye. The handoff is to Green. He breaks the tackle, pops to the outside, tries to turn the corner, but they cover him at the 28-yard line.
Parallel instead of straight at the goal line.
They give him 2, so it'll be 2nd and 8. Running backs are split now. Dave Jones in the game with Tim Norbert. There's the handoff to Norbert off the right side. He hurdles his way inside the 25, turns his 3rd and 3. Running backs are split. Keyes wide right, Eubank wide left. Morris hands the ball to Norbert, needing 3. He hurdles off the right side, gets close to the first down for Dayton, and the Flyers are going for it at the Mount Union 20. A full-house backfield. Collins, Norbert, and Jones. There's the snap. The handoff to Norbert. First down. Off the right side. Norbert crashes for 2. Dayton, the drive alive. It's 1st and 10. Flyers driving. 1st and 10 at the Raider 18. Sideline right, open field to the left. Green back in at tailback. Morris calls for the ball. There's the pitch to Green. Coming to the left sideline. He's at the 15, and he goes down at the 14-yard line. Jackie, as Morris sends Keyes and Mouche wide right. He's got Jones and Norbert split backs behind him. 2nd down 6 from the left hash mark. 4-4 defense for Mount Union. Morris with a quick out. Completes it to Keyes at the 15, down to the 10, inside to the 9-yard line, out of bounds at the 8. It should be
1st and goal at about the 7-yard line, Mick.
Full house backfield in the game for Dayton. Collins, Norbert, and Jones. There's the handoff. It's Norbert off the left side, lowering his shoulder down to the 2-yard line. Norbert crashes in. Full house backfield remains intact. Morris bends over, calls for the ball. Quick count. Gets it off to Norbert, powering right sideline, down to the 1-yard line. He stopped short of the goal line. 3rd down, goal to go from the 1-yard line. Here we go. Morris calls for the ball. There's the snap. The handoff to Norbert. Off the right side. Touchdown, Dayton. Tim Norbert takes it in off the right side. Norbert scoring his 16th touchdown of the season, 37th of his career, and the Flyers take a 6-0 lead.
Excellent drive by the Dayton Flyers.
Big tries for the PAT. He's hit 40 out of 43. Hullinger will hold. There's a low snap. Hullinger gets it down, and Duvik puts it up and through. And there's timeout with 4:54 to play in the first quarter. It's Dayton 7 and Mount Union 0.
So far this season he hadn't.
On 2nd and 1, there's a handoff to Kring again, needing a yard off the right side. 28-21 at Heidelberg. 3rd down, a yard to go. Backs are split. There's the handoff to the first man through. Kring again, and Kring stacked up 8 men within 2 yards of the scrimmage line. 4th and inches. And it's the quarterback sneak. Gindelsberger needing an inch or 2, and there's a flag down on the far sideline. The side judge threw his school. 1st and 10 for Mount Union at the Raider 46. Sideline right, open field left. Double wide to the left side for Gindelsberger. The single setback in the backfield. Gindelsberger throws to the near sideline, but he underthrows his intended receiver. He tried the 35 yards passing to lead the nation with 452 yards of total offense. Iyer now in motion from right to left. Gindelsberger back to pass. Moeglin is on him. Gindelsberger throws it. It's deflected by Ted Edgington, the linebacker. He's in business administration. He's all conference on the field and all conference in the classroom, too. 3rd and 10. Gindelsberger drops back 6 yards to throw. He's got a man, makes a great catch at the 42-yard line. Joe, college history, 78 receptions on the season for Bill Iyer, a junior from Minerva, Ohio. 1st and 10 Raiders at the Flyer 41. Gindelsberger gives it to Kring, who runs straight ahead into the Flyer jerseys at the 38-yard line. Down and 7 for the Raiders. They've got a double wide right, only one running back, and that's Russ Kring. Joe Knoll, the splinker to the right, in motion now as Gindelsberger bikes them out, drops back 8 yards to pass the ball. He throws it high and deep, and it's a caught ball by Knoll at the 10-yard line. He's down to the 5, down to the 1-yard line. Knoll had to wait for the ball.
Completely open to make the catch, Mick.
So it's 1st and goal to go for Mount Union at the 1-yard line. There's the handoff to Kring, and he stood up. He didn't make it. He tried to go behind center. Bruce Hunt tallied him up in football, 12 per game. It's now 2nd and goal to go from the 1-yard line. There is Gindelsberger again handing off to Kring, and he burrows his way into the end zone for a Mount Union touchdown. Mike Botker will try the point after. Botker, also the punter, has converted 32 of 38 PATs. There's the set down. The kick is up. It is good, but there's also a penalty flag down on the field. Illegal procedure against Mount Union is to try one of 25 yards as they'll put it down at the 15-yard line. They set down. The kick is up. And this one, too, is good. And so with 46 seconds to play in the first quarter, we've got a tie game at Welcome Stadium. It's Dayton 7, Mount Union 7. The Mount Union kickoff is a low ball coming down to the 30, hits Tony Petrucci's leg, and it's a loose ball scrambling around the 29-yard line where Charlie Mouche recovered. Eubank wide left. Mouche wide right with the running backs Norbert and Green in the eye. Quarterback is Todd Morris. Barks out the signals, takes the snap, drops back to throw the ball, scrambling to his right, unloads it to the right side, but he underthrows the Dayton Flyer receiver at the 47-yard release. Players have the ball at their own 29. Sideline right, open field to the left. Keys and Mouche wide to the left. There's the snap to Morris. He hands it off to Green. Green hipping and ripping, stumbling and twisting his way across the 35 up to around the 38-yard line. Jackie rips off. The first play of the second quarter is enough for
once for 5 yards, score 7-7.
So the Flyers have a 1st and 10 at their own 41. The ball equidistant between sidelines. Running backs in the eye. Morris drops back, rolls right on a bootleg. Wants to throw, will run the ball across the 45, lowers his shoulder and slides to the 49-yard line. Morris, bootleg.
Offensive move a great deal easier for Dayton.
So it's 2nd and 2. Sideline right, open field to the left, where James Keys is flanked out 15 yards wide to the left. There's the handoff to Norbert. The big fullback powers his way into Mount Union territory at the 40.
Attempted tackle.
Norbert has carried 9 times already for 35 yards. It's 1st and 10 Dayton at the Raider 47. The ball equidistant between sidelines. It's a quick hitter handoff to Norbert, and he is stacked up at the scrimmage line. Another fine linebacker. 2nd down and 9. Flyers have a man in motion, Keys, to the near sideline. The running backs are split. Morris drops back and throws the ball to the sideline. He's got a receiver, but he can't hang on to the ball. Tony Petrucci was in traffic at around the 44. It would have been 3rd and 9. The ball equidistant between sidelines at the Raider 46. Double wide right side for Dayton. Morris drops back, got good pressure. Screen pass to Green at the 49, and he goes down. A great one.
And just made the tackle. Made it look very, very easy.
Morris punted 51 yards with the win in the first quarter. Now he kicks it into the wind here on this punt. It's a high kick coming down at the 26. Bounces inside the 20. Rolls inside the 20. Trickles inside the 17 and comes to a stop at around the 17. Maybe this hitting 61% of his passes. It's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line for the Raiders. They hand the ball off to Kring. Kring trying to get outside and gets to the 20-yard line, maybe the 21. A 5-yard gain with a defensive end
in there, and then they just block him. Let him come in, block him out of the way, and then the back takes it either way that Oberst does not go.
Gindelsberger back to throw, comes over the middle. It's got Kring at the 28, Kring to the 30, and Kring is hit first by Bush at the 34-yard line. Kring has carried 9 times for 26 yards. There's the handoff to Kring, up the middle, across the 35, up to the 37. They send a double wide to the left. Bill Iyer and Jeff Erskine, also a wide receiver to the right. The running backs are split. Gendelsberger will throw on 2nd and 6. He's back to pass, throwing deep, but he has to unload. He fires it deep down the field, incomplete. Flyers had some good pressure on him. Fence with 10 minutes, 12 seconds to play in the second quarter of a tie game at 7-7. 3rd and 6, and the Flyers respond on a safety blitz. Doug Zimmer came through, and now blitz on 3rd down. It forces Mike Botker into punt it. Botker had a short kick into the wind the first quarter, now has the wind to his back, and he hits a very good punt. Zimmer backpedaling like Willie Mays, now tries to catch the ball. It goes off his shoulder pad and bounced out of bounds. Zimmer was fourth after a 50.
Hannah 0-0 with Washington and Jefferson, and Salisbury State 7, Emory and Henry nothing in the first.
Flyers with the ball at the 19-yard line. There's a handoff to Green, and Jackie is stopped at the 20-yard line. Comes wide to the near side. Running backs are split with Jones left and Green right. Morris at quarterback on a misdirection handoff to Green, who breaks a tackle. Jackie still hipping and ripping across the 30-yard line. Gets caught at the 33-yard line. 13-yard run, and he'd also lost the...
It was a clean play all the way. Maybe he was just angry with himself that he hadn't made the tackle. Face mask penalty against Mount Union. So it'll be a dead ball foul. At least it will be like a dead ball foul. They will take that and I believe mark it off from the spot after Green was down.
So the Flyers are going to catch a break as Green galloped 13 yards. And the apparent penalty against Mount Union will give the Flyers additional real estate, push the ball closer toward midfield, some 15 yards closer, and the officials from the Michigan Intercollegiate Athletic Conference put the ball down at the 49-yard line. That and Dayton at the Flyer 49 from the right hash mark. Jones, the fullback, Green, the tailback, and there's the handoff on a quick hit to Jones, and he's in Mount Union territory, got a first down, gets inside the 40 and caught at the 39. Mouche wide right. Jones and Green are split backs behind Morris. There's the handoff to Green, steps over a tackler, and is caught at the 36-yard line. Dan Petcavage, the inside line yards for the tying touchdown. The ball equidistant between sidelines. It's 2nd and 7. There's the handoff to Norbert, the fullback, powers his way to the 34-yard line. Have 3rd and 4 at the Mount Union 33-yard line. The ball equidistant between sidelines. Running backs are split. Wide left and a wide right for Dayton, but they run the ball to Norbert, and he can't get anywhere. He goes down at the scrimmage line. The Fouché and Keys wide left. Running backs from the eye with Norbert and Green. Mount Union's in a 4-4 defense as they dig in. Handoff to Green, needing 4, big hole, first down. Jackie gets inside the 25 and slides to the 21-yard line. He ripped off 12 yards on a 4th and 4, and the drive is alive.
He had touchdown.
Ritters have 1st and 10 at the Purple Raider 21-yard line. Sideline right, open field to the left. Running backs are split with Jones and Norbert. There's the handoff to Norbert off the left side, and Norbert slashes his way to the 15-yard line. Trenches, and they thought maybe they could just run right at him, and that's why Norbert has been effective running the game, much like he was in the second half against Ferrum when the Flyers came out after trailing 7-3 and simply overpowered Ferrum. Here's a pitch out on a pass to the right to Keys, and Vic Harris comes up and makes 7, Mount Union 7. Flyers have 3rd and 5 at the Raiders 16-yard line. Keys wide to the right, but it's a running play to Norbert off the right sideline. Tim gets inside to around the 11-yard line to the left. Bring Keys wide right. A line up in the eye with Norbert and Green for quarterback Todd Morris. There's the snap and a pitch to Green coming to the near sideline on a sweep to the 10. Hurdles a tackler to the 8 and is caught at around the 8-yard line.
Awesome hole there. Jackie Green again would be in the end zone, Mick. For some reason, though, he's trying to get it to the outside. Mountain Union is quick enough to get to him.
2nd and goal from the 7. The handoff to Norbert. He's in for the touchdown. A hole wide enough to drive a truck through, and Norbert took it right down. He ran to daylight for his 2nd touchdown of the game, and Dayton has taken a 13-7 lead.
Well, that time, you and I and Dick Johnson, along with Phil...
13-7, 3:48 remaining here in the second quarter. Hollinger gets the snap down. Dubik puts it up, and it is good. And so with 3:48 to play before the halftime, it's Dayton 14 and Mount Union 7. Here's the Flyer kickoff. It's a low knuckleball coming down at around the 30-yard line by Joe Knoll, and he is snowed under. Ferocious hit made by the Mick. First and 10 for the Raiders, the 31. Back to pass. Gindelsberger had a man, but he dropped it. He was in traffic at the 40 to the locker room at halftime. Second and 10 for the Mount Union Purple Raiders, their own 31. Gindelsberger back to pass, throwing the ball deep. He's got a receiver. Bill Iyer holds it into the 35, Iyer to the 30, and finally caught by the Flyers, Jody Weldy. Down goes out wide right. Gindelsberger wants to throw again. He's got a man at the 9-yard line down to around the 7-yard line as Julio San
hit you from any place.
First down and goal at the 6. Make that second and down. And here's the handoff. They check it, the quarterback handing the ball off to Kring. Kring getting a couple of yards. Hey. Miles Jackson left, Russ Kring right, the split backs, but it's Gindelsberger calling his own number on a quarterback sneak. He's in for the touchdown. My. Oh, my. Try for the PAT. He's 33 of 39 for the season, and he hits this one too. And with 2 minutes and 34 seconds to play, second quarter, we're tied again. Dayton 14, Mount Union 14. There's the kickoff. Jackie Green picks it up at the 5, and he goes down and around the 7. By reason of explanation, will have to go 90 yards in 2.5 minutes. Otherwise, it could be a tie game here at the half. There's a running play to Green, and Jackie gets out across to the 12-yard line. Then the game at tailback with Dave Jones ahead of him at the fullback position. Double wide right side for Keys and Mouche. From the 13-yard line, the handoff comes to Jackie Green, and Jackie burrows his way across the 15, stood up and around the 16-yard line. Caught by Norbert, so the Flyers are in split backs with Norbert left and Jones right. There's the handoff to Norbert, getting a couple of yards up to around the 17-yard line, but he's going to be calling for the ball at around the 3. He should hit it somewhere around the 5. There's the snap. It's a good snap. And Morris hits the ball, a knuckleball, coming down to Joe Knoll, who makes a fair catch at the 45-yard line. So the Mount Union College Purple Raiders will have 45 yards to go with 59 seconds to play in the second quarter of a 21% of his passes. He's got a double wide right. He drops back 7 yards to throw. He's going deep down the sideline. He's got a receiver who holds it in for a touchdown. Joe Knoll.
At all back there.
There's the snap. Botker's kick is up and good, and with 52 seconds to play in the second quarter, Mount Union leads it. It's the Purple Raiders 21, the Flyers 14. Green, clothesline, tackled on a return, comes sideline
on the clock, and they'd be ahead, and that's exactly what they did.
Their second touchdown took 1:12 seconds. The third touchdown took 7 seconds. This is Morris handing the ball off to Green off the left side. Jackie's got some running room. He turns the corner, gets to the 40-yard line, spins away, and is finally pushed out of bounds after a 9 split. Mouche wide left, Keys wide right on the near side. Dayton moving from left to right here in the waning moments of the first half. There's a handoff to Norbert, who gets a yard. He picks up the first down.
This ball club started to peak last year, obviously had an excellent season, and just continued it right on into the 1986 season.
So it's 1st and 15 now for Dayton at the 36, and it's a running play to the Flyers. Jackie Green, who is getting running room across the 45. There's a flag, 2 flags down. Open field to the right with only 12 seconds to play. This is Morris dropping back under heavy pressure, throws a screen to Green, 35, 30, cuts back up 25, still on his feet to 20, the 15, caught it around the 12-yard line, and he... Only the one, which is the Stevens Point Concordia game.
Right, and They may be having trouble getting to the phones in those press boxes.
All right, we're set for the third quarter. The Flyers will receive a low knuckleball kick coming down to Mike Nicholson at the 27 across the 30. Nicholson upfield across the 40 and hit at the 40-yard line. So the Flyers have some good field. Running backs are in the eye with Norbert and Green. Morris was 4 of 6 passing in the first half. Drops back to throw on a bootleg left. He's got a man over the middle. It's a caught ball by the tight end Petrucci at the 47. And a first down in Mount Union territory. First and 10, Flyers at the Raider 47. Sideline left, open field to the right. Norbert and Green in the eye. There's the handoff to Jackie Green running to the outside. Jackie gets inside the 30-yard line, down to around the 37. Running backs are split now. Jones is in for Green. There's the handoff to Norbert. Behind a Jones block, gets to the outside. Norbert's got a first down as he picks up the additional yardage. Third time this season the Flyers have trailed. Second straight week. Morris under center calls to the ball, gives it to Green, and Jackie is hit right now. The line of scrimmage.
With what got him this far, Mick, they're not going to make any drastic changes now.
Green was given a yard gain. A tough bruising yard it was. 2nd and 9. Morris barks them out. Todd on an option play, tucks the ball up, will keep it, he'll run inside the 25, gets down to the 21-yard line. Field in the game for Dayton with Collins left, Norbert center, and Jones right. They need a yard. There's the handoff to Norbert off the left side. He's got a first down as he burrows inside the 15. Down would be a 60-yard drive to open the third quarter. They picked up 48 yards already. First and 10 at the Mount Union 12. There's a misdirection play to running back Dave Jones off the right side. He lined up as a right, Mouche wide to the left. 2nd and 7 for Dayton at the Mount Union 10. Morris calling for the ball. There's the snap. Morris finds running room, will keep it, and lunges his way to around the 6. It looked like an option, but he elected 5 yards to go for the Flyers at the Raiders 7. Full house backfield in there. Norbert is back in the game, centering the T formation. There's the handoff to Norbert, spinning and twisting his way inside the 5, perhaps the 4-yard line. A gain of 3.5 yards. It'll bring nearly 2 yards to go at the Mount Union 5. There's the snap, the handoff to Norbert. He's got a first down. He's got a touchdown. He took 2 defenders with him. He refused to be tackled. He was not to be denied. And Norbert, sophomore from Cicero, Illinois, and Norbert was right behind him. And now Dubik will try and tie it. Hollinger gets it down. Dubik puts it up, and it is good. It just made it over the left upright. It was close, but with 9:57 to play, third quarter. Timeout. Dayton 21, Mount Union 21. We should give us 65.
30.
No. They forgot about it. So let's see if the Flyers can hold them here now. Raiders have the ball. Their own 25. Joe Knoll goes in motion from right to left. Gindelsberger will throw. He's got a man, Ed Hoja. Hoja at the 21-yard line. Pushed out of bounds. Sideline right, open field to the left. The ball at the Raider 31. Gindelsberger back to pass, coming short to the sideline. Kring is double-teamed and stacked up at the 35-yard line. A 13 on the season. He's been intercepted only 8 times. He's going to run the ball. And he does have the first down. They ruled he was just shy of that first down, so it was a third. So Miles Jackson and Russ Kring, they're split behind Gindelsberger. There's a pitch back to Kring. Tom Ray is trying to catch him, but Kring outruns him. But Doug Zimmer corrals him and throws him down. Making their second straight playoff appearance. 2nd and 10. Gindelsberger to throw. Edgington gets him. He eludes Edgington. He throws the ball, and now it's incomplete. The Flyers want grounding, but the official says no way. It's merely an incomplete pass.
Well, it may be an incomplete pass, but Gindelsberger was smashed about 4 worms out there, and that's all.
So it's 3rd down and 10. Big defensive play for the Flyers. Gindelsberger back to pass. He's under pressure. He can't complete the pass. He underthrew his receiver. So Mike Botker will punt. The first half he punted 3 times for 33-yard average, but he shanks this kick. kicking into the wind. It goes off the side of his foot. Hits at the 40, takes a Mount Union roll inside the 35, and the Raiders down the ball at the 34.
Mount Union's hands.
First and 10, Dayton at the Flyer 34. Sideline left, open field to the right. Flyers have two wide receivers out to the right, but they run the ball to Norbert. And the fullback hipping and ripping across the 30 22 times for 81 yards. So there's 172 yards rushing for the Flyers starting running backs. Second down 8 for Dayton at the Flyer 36. Handoff is faked to Green. Morris will roll right, will keep the ball, running it across the 40, across the 45. He's caught and at the shoulder pass.
Quickly and being wide open. Once he picked it up, then he was able to go downfield and get a lot of yardage.
First and 10, Dayton at the Flyer 46 from the right hash mark. Backs are in the eye. Morris hands it to Green. Jackie trying to come outside, now turns it back up, gets across the 45-yard line, lowers his shoulder, puts a punishing hit on
by those tailbacks.
Fourth time this season, Grange topped 100 yards rushing. Second and 1. Hand off to Norbert. First down. Kim gets a yard to the 43-yard line. Mouche and Keys go wide right. Petrucci's the tight end on the left. The backs are in the eye, Norbert and Green. Morris, the quarterback, Mike Pitko, the center. There's the handoff to Jackie Green. There's a flag on the play as Green hurdles his way inside the 40. Punt. Remember now, this is the Dayton defense, which has not allowed the opponent to score in the third quarter. The offense is trying to help out by keeping the ball away from Mount Union. First and 19 for the Dayton Flyers at their own 47. There's a handoff to Green. He won't get anywhere. He's hit at the 45.
I want to go through that again. I went through it once. I don't know when to go through it again, but this game cannot end in a tie, so we can talk about that later down the road.
Second and 21 for the Flyers at their own 45. Morris wants to throw. He's going deep for Mouche. Incomplete. He overthrew Charlie by about a yard. It's third down and 21. That penalty really hurt because the Flyers had some momentum in Raider territory. Now it's third and 21. Morris backpedaling for a screen pass. It is incomplete. There was some contact to Green. So Morris, with the wind to his back, will punt. First half, he averaged 37 yards. He had a 52-yarder with the wind to his back, and he needs to boom one here, and he hits a very nice ball going out of bounds at around the 20-yard line. And it's going to be out at around right on the 20-yard line.
Let's see if the Flyers can batten down the hatches here.
So the Raiders have the ball, their own 20. Jackson and Kring are the split backs. Gindelsberger, the quarterback, fakes the run, will throw, now fakes a throw, still scrambling, now throws, incomplete. He tried to hit Kring against Muskingum, completed 26. He's thrown for a school record 2,157 yards this year. And he's got a screen pass to Kring now at the 20. Kring across the 25, gets up to around the 29, down a yard to go for Mount Union. The Raiders have the ball at their own 30. Sideline right, open field to the left. Miles Jackson and Russ Kring are the running backs. There's a fake to Kring, and it's a long pass coming down the sideline for Knoll, who makes the grab at the 40-yard line.
Flag on the play, though, Mick.
Yeah, back in challenge here. First and 10, Raiders at the Flyer 40. There is the handoff to Kring, running room at the 30. Lowers his head and runs right into Doug Zimmer, who makes the tackle. The Flyer 27, sideline right, open field to the left. Kring is the single setback behind Gindelsberger. There's the handoff to Kring, running straight ahead, powering his way inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. Dave Moeglin. Joe Knoll, dangerous, speedy wide receiver to the left. Julio San Clemente wide to the right. Gindelsberger drops back, throws the ball. He's got a receiver, but he's juggling and he's out of bounds. He couldn't hang on. Second and 10. Gindelsberger back to pass 6 yards, going to a pass to the left side. He's got a receiver out at the 9-yard line, pushed out of bounds at around the 7-yard line. Jeff Erskine, 6. They've done some damage catching the balls. First and goal to go from the 5-yard line. Gindelsberger with a man in motion. Knoll barks out the signals, fakes the run, and he is going to go down immediately on a Dave Godsell solo sack. Back to the drive to open the quarter to tie the game 21-21. Second and 8 from the 8-yard line. Gindelsberger fakes the run, now wants to throw, pumps once, coming to the near sideline of the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown. He beat Doug Zimmer on the play, and once again it's Joe. Backup quarterback Keith Rybarczyk is the holder. Rybarczyk puts it down. Botker puts it through the uprights, and with 1:50 to play, third quarter, it's Mount Union 28, Dayton 21.
Trucy. 37.
Trucy returned it to the 46. So that's where the Flyers put it in play now. With Mount Union leading 28-21, they hand the ball off to Green, and he fumbles the ball, and Mount Union is trying to get it. It's loose on the carpet, still squirming loose, and the Purple Raiders do recover the ball after about 6 different players had a shot at 9 plays to take the lead, and now they have an opportunity to put more on the board here. They hand it off to Kring, and Kring is tackled at the 36-yard line by sideline left, open field to the right. Dangerous Joe Knoll is flanked wide to the right as Gendelsberger drops back under heavy pressure, throws a screen left. He's got a receiver, Kring, inside the 35. Kring finally pushed out of bounds at around the 30-yard.
They're trying to get a free seat in the ball game.
Yeah, a little glider plane.
Ultralight jobs.
Gliding over Welcome Stadium now. 3rd and 3. Gendelsberger fakes the run again, throws the ball deep, and he's got a receiver wide open. Touchdown! Unbelievable! Mount Union scoring again.
He fell down, and Noja was wide open.
Here now is the extra point kick. It's up. It is good. 21 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter, and we've got to catch our breath here at Welcome Stadium because the Mount Union Purple Raiders have scored 2 touchdowns in the last minute and a half. It is one of the up-backs, and the reason I pointed out is because the kicks have been short. Petrucci, Nicholson, and Collins are at the 30-yard line. This kick, though, is going to be a long one. It comes down at the 10-yard line to Dave Jones, at the 15 to the 20. Jones across the 25, out across the 30, and tackled it around the 30. 16 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Wide right, wide left for Dayton. Backs are in the eye. Morris barks out the signals. Fakes the run, under pressure. Now throws the ball, throws it deep. Double covered is Boucher. Incomplete. He tried to hit Charlie at the 25-yard line.
16 of 27. 3 touchdowns, 303 yards. Nobody's put that kind of yardage on the Flyers this year.
1st and 10, Dayton at the 47. They're going to run the ball to Norbert straight ahead. Norbert's got running room inside the 40, inside the 35, and finally he's sandwiched between 2 Purple Raider defenders at the 30. The Flyers have 1st and 10 at the Purple Raider 31. Dayton in the 4th quarter will operate from left to right as we look at it. Here's the handoff to Norbert off the left side. Tim gets inside the 30, down to the
Union's favor. 1 turnover. That accounted for that last touchdown, a fumble by Jackie Green.
2nd down, 8 to go for the Flyers, to the Raider 27. There's a handoff to Green. Green stacked up, busts 1 tackle, still on his feet, goes down at around the 27. Trailed by 14 before.
Up to this point, the most points scored against them all year was 21 by St. Norbert's until today.
3rd and 8. Morris drops back, needing 8, going over the middle. Interception. He threw it to Greg Flasco, the cornerback, who picks it off at the 25, across the 30, across the 40, into flag territory, the 40-yard line, down the sideline, the 30, the 20. He's going to take it all the way for a touchdown. He'll run the ball more than 70 yards for a touchdown. An interception returned by Flasco has given Mount Union a 3-touchdown lead in the game with the first play of the 44. So he's got great speed, and he just showed us.
And he makes them count when he gets them.
There's Botker's kick. It's up, and it is good. And with 13:34 remaining in the game, it's Mount Union 42, Dayton 21. The Purple Raiders take a 42-21 lead now. The kickoff by Botker comes down to Green at the 10. Jackie to the 20. Jackie to the 30. And gets out to the 34-yard line.
40.
So we'll redo it as Green had a pretty decent run back. But now it's another kickoff coming. And here's Botker's kickoff. A line drive comes down to Mouche. Gobbles up the 7. Charlie to the 10. Now to the near side, the 20. Jitterbugs his way across the 25 and gets it about to a point where Green had cribbed. Keys goes wide to the left. Mouche comes wide to the near side on the right. Running backs on the eye, Norbert and Green. Here's Morris pitching back to Jackie, trying to turn the left side, and he can't go down. He was snowed under.
Well, we've got a player on the sideline, Mick.
Guys could cascade right over onto a guy who's already injured on the sideline.
And he's not moving any place. So, again, you're right. It was an outstanding call by the officials.
2nd and 10 for Dayton. Dayton moving left to right. Morris back to pass, coming to the near side to Keys. He's got it at the 34, the 35, and out of bounds at around the 36-yard line. And 42, Dayton 21. 3rd down, 2 yards to go for Dayton. Full house backfield in the game. Collins, Norbert, and Jones. There's the handoff to Norbert. He's got a first down across the 40-yard line, out to the 43-yard line. Lost 8 on a previous run. He should be near the 100-yard mark. So they're doing it well on the ground, but it's been a game of big plays and 2 mistakes against Dayton, which has turned into Mount Union scores. This is Morris dropping back, and he slips down and goes down. Chris Webb. Second down and 19 yards to go. Wide receiver left and a wide receiver right. Running backs are split. Morris drops back to throw, throwing a screen to Jones at the 33, the 35, and he slips at the 40-yard line.
The cape and the red S on the chest come out, Mick, and you're right. They enjoyed practicing out here yesterday. You could see that. And as things start to go right for you, you get better, and you just don't think there's anything that can stop you. And right now, there isn't, as far as Mount Union's concerned.
Morris throwing on 3rd and 13.
It's oops, no, they just marked that off. That's a final. Ithaca 24, Union 17.
And that was in overtime, too.
Yes, in overtime.
Ithaca wins in overtime. 24-17. The Flyers have 4th and 13, and they've got a penalty called on the Flyers.
For Union 17 before this ball game's over, Mick.
So it's 4th and 18 now for the Flyers, following a 5-yard penalty against Dayton. Morris dropping back, got to throw. He needs 18. He pumps once, looking, scrambling. 35, 40, got to run it now. 43-yard line, down at the 45. Picked up 10, but it'll be quarterback. No, check, that's Gendelsberger in the game, and he hands off to a running back. It's Russ Kring.
Important that that play had been stopped. So Mr. Strumley is out for the ball game.
Second down 11 from the 46. Gendelsberger runs the ball again. Kring was the ball carrier.
But you're right. He's going to wonder what that thing looks like after today's game.
This is Gendelsberger on 3rd and 11. Back to pass. Comes over the middle. Kring had it and dropped it. He was wide open for a catch at the 40. Color and style at the Dayton Mall and the Salem Mall. Botker's punt. Coming down to Doug Zimmer at the 8, now to the 10, looking for running room, coming to the near sideline to the 10-yard line, and he is short tackled down at the 10-yard line. So Zimmer couldn't get free. Mike Gray by himself when Wilhelm went out with a broken leg, and he guided the Flyers to some great success, but he had rough going in the last 2 games. And Hollinger finds the going tough here as he slips and falls back at the 4-yard line.
And right now, I'll tell you, Hollinger is a hot commodity. He is a nice-looking ball player.
2nd and 16. There's the handoff to Dave Jones. Jones breaks a tackle at the 5 to the 10-yard line, tries to get to the outside, turns the corner at the 15, the 20, down the sideline, the 25-yard line, and finally the wave of white shirts pushes him out of bounds.
They have not been able to get deep all day long.
1st and 10 for the Flyers at the 26-yard line. 34-10 in the 4th quarter. So it's 1st and 10 now as we're set to resume play. Double wide right side. Ed Perrin is in the game for the injured James Keys. Hollinger drops back to throw. From backside pressure, Hollinger unloads the ball, and it's incomplete and nearly intercepted by Vic Harris, the safety. The running backs are split with Jackie Green on the left, and on Green's right is Dave Jones. Hollinger barks out the signals. There's a bootleg roll left. Hollinger rolling the ball, running it now to the 30-yard line, and he is stacked up at the 30 after he goes to the Hollinger, sideline left, open field to the right, on 3rd and 6. Flyers have the ball at Mount Union 30. Here's a pitch back to Jackie Green. There's a block for Jackie by Jones. Jackie to the 35, the 40, the 45, the 50. High-stepping his way into Mount Union territory, the 45, and he's finally pushed out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Left, and Eubanks in the slot left. Running backs on the eye as it's Norbert and Jones operating behind Hollinger. Hollinger handing off to Jones. Jones finds running room inside the 35. Still on his feet inside the 30, and finally
1975, when Indiana State beat Dayton 56-14, and I don't even want to talk about that ball game. I was there that night too, and it was a wet night.
There's a handoff to Norbert.
Power that, but I do want to make this point before we're over with today.
2nd and 6 as Hollinger has the call here. He's rolling right, eludes one tackle, now finds running room to the 20. Scotty runs out of bounds at the 16-yard line, and he scrambled for 10 yards. First,
Bergen and Muskinger and the rest of those are going, oh, no.
And they've got to play him because they're in the same league.
You got that one right.
1st and 10 for the Flyers as Hollinger hands the ball off to Green. Big hole for Jackie, and he gets down to around the 10-yard line. Tie. Ed Perrin wide right, Mouche wide to the left. Running backs are split behind Hollinger. And this is Hollinger handing the ball off to Norbert. Tim running to the 5, down to the 4-yard line. Down to the 4 should be enough.
Effective. Front Union obviously playing the pass a little more than they would the run. And Norbert's in again, Mick.
Norbert takes it in for a touchdown on 1st and goal to go from the 5-yard line. Norbert scoring a touchdown.
His career high, so he's had 2 excellent back-to-back ball games.
Dubik will try and make it 42-28 with 6:05 to go, and he does. So we'll return to Welcome Stadium with the score: Mount Union 42 and Dayton 28. So the Flyers have cut it to 14-point deficit now. It's 42-28. Here's an onside kick attempt for the Flyers. Got to go 10 yards, and you can forget that. It ain't going to make 7 yards. I think the wind could have blown it that far, but that's what the Flyers had to.
Breaks the University of Dayton school record, Mick.
So Norbert, with great force for Mike Kelly's offensive team, has been an outstanding football player. Flyers went 90 yards in 11 plays for that last touchdown, by the way. And now Mount Union has the ball 1st and 10 at the Flyer 42. And Scott Gillesberger, the quarterback, keeps his own number, and he rolls right. So it's 2nd down and 4 yards to go. Jackson and Kring in the backfield. Knoll comes in motion from right to left. There's the handoff to Kring. Kring powers his way to the 30-yard line. Should have enough for a first down. Tied it at 21. Then Mount Union scored 3 unanswered touchdowns to blow it to 42-21. Flyers have scored just a moment ago to make it 42-28.
But Mount Union on this given day was a better ball club.
There's a handoff to Kring. There's a flag down as Kring runs straight ahead into the forward on the road at Ohio Northern, won 38-10. Then won over Baldwin Wallace 13-7. Then on the road, won another tough game, 21-14. There's a handoff again to Kring, and Kring is stacked up off the right side, down to around the 20-yard line. 21 of its last 22 games. Its only loss in that time was a playoff loss to eventual national champion Augustana last year. There's a handoff to Kring off the left side. He gets down to the 19-yard line. Tom Ray makes the tackle for the
sponsors, and we appreciate that.
Well, it's certainly a labor of love. I enjoy every minute of it, being up here live in the radio booth each and every week, and we've had great fun, and this has been fun, too. We're just unfortunate we couldn't have brought Scott Gindelsberger at quarterback from Mount Union with his running back split. Miles Jackson left, Russ Kring right. Knoll, the flanker on the right. Now Kim's in motion from right to left. There's the handoff to Kring, trying to get outside, and Kring goes down to around the 14-yard line where Tom Ray makes. Concordia likewise 14-0 over Stevens Point in the second quarter. Those are the 2 West games. Here now is Gindelsberger back to pass. He's under pressure. He's throwing toward the end zone. This one's picked off by Dave Moeglin. His 5th interception. Laterals the ball to the Flyers. Paul Reese. Reese coming upfield to the 20, the 25, the 30. Hurdles the tackler, gets across the 35 to the 37-yard line. What a heads up. Well, how about passing on 4th down with a 42-28 lead?
God, they don't want to impress anybody.
Goodness sakes. Here's Hullinger handing the ball off to Green. Jackie rips big yardage off across the 50 into Mount Union territory. The 45 hits his own man, now pops to the outside and goes out of bounds at the 43.
Saved a lot of time on the clock.
1st and 10 Dayton. They're at the Mount Union 43. 2:50 to play in the game. Hullinger pitches the ball back to Green. Green coming to the near sideline on a sweep. The 40, the 35, lowers his shoulder, gets to the 33. Can't get out of bounds, though.
They've got, and they certainly have not given up yet. Green comes out.
There's still 2.5 minutes to play. Wide left and a wide right. Hullinger will hand the ball off to Norbert. Norbert power running his way, gets to the 26-yard line. It's down. As soon as the sticks get set up, the clock will restart with 2:20 left. Dayton moving from left to right. They've got the ball at the Mount Union 27-yard line. Only one running back behind Hullinger, and it's Norbert. Hullinger rolling right, throwing the ball. He's got a receiver to Boucher. Boucher to the 10, Charlie to the 5. He's in for a touchdown! 2:07 to play in the game, and Dayton has cut it to 42-34. Now will they go for 2, or will they kick for 1? 2:07 left. But on the year, Hullinger stays in to hold it. There's the set down. A flag is down. The kick is blocked. The kick is blocked, but there's a flag down. The Flyers are going to go for 2 because they're only 1.5 yards away from the goal line. Hullinger in control here. Big 2-point conversion try for Dayton. A long snap. There's the handoff to Norbert. He's close. He's in for 2. And so now with 2:07 left in the game, Dayton is trailing by only 6. Half the crowd, I think, went home a half hour ago. The other half is making twice as much noise.
They can turn right around and come come right back because they missed a couple of...
Line is off on an onside kick here. 2:07 left. Mount Union has 10 men within 10 yards of each other. Flyers will try for the onside kick. Jeff Nudera.
Duvik from the other side, man.
Yeah, Duvik does come from the other side and kicks the ball, and it's a 10-yard kick, but it's going to be recovered by the Raiders. It was recovered by Union.
They have not had a turnover all afternoon, Mick. If they're going to have one, now's the time for the Flyers to grab it.
There's the handoff to Kring, and Kring is hit hard. The Flyers going for the football, but can't wrestle it away. It goes to the line of scrimmage at the 42. Sideline left, open field right. Split backs behind the quarterback, Gindelsberger. Hands the ball off, but he can't hand it off. The Flyers tackle him before he can make a handoff. I think they get him down at the 42.
Pop at it with not very much time left.
Well, it's 3rd and 7. There's the handoff to Kring coming to the outside. He can't get it. He'll go down at the 42. Doug Zimmerman. The only way, it's not the only way, but the way they could do it is if they hit a fumble squirt in the air and catch the ball in the air and then go with it. But it's going to be an unlikely chance as Kring catches the ball on a pitch out and goes to the near sideline. Able to pick up the necessary yardage for first down, but it was 4th and 12, so the Flyers now have the ball as Hollinger is in the game. Dayton has the ball at their own 44.
Oh, that's right.
Into
that's
the wind.
This long.
It's a triple wide left. Send everybody out wide to the left side. Eubank, Mouche, and Perrin. Hollinger has 3 wide to the left. The last play of the season maybe for Dayton. Hollinger drops back, airs it out, throws the ball deep, hoping for a miracle. Eubank makes the grab at the 15. He's down to the 13-yard line. He's caught. The game ends. Its
game is not won and lost on one play, but a great effort. They let him catch.